Hi guys, I'm so glad that you're here, and I wanted to make this video specifically for parents or guardians and just kind of explain a little bit about the series that I'm going to be creating. It's essentially Sunday school replacement for your kiddos, but I am hoping and praying as time goes on, maybe this kind of series will continue. I've decided to call it on my channel Leanna's Little Light. So the theme for our Sunday school classroom and our theme just in general is light. And I love the thought of, light bulbs, and we are the light bulb of the world, and how that works and what that means for us just in general. And then over winter break, I decided to go up into my classroom at church and kind of clean out everything and start fresh and redecorate and just kind of get things in order again to be the best teacher that I could be for your kids. And I wanted to go with that light theme. And so I'm almost done decorating, and I start studying my Sunday school lesson for the next week. And it was a letter from Paul in Philippians 2. And basically he's telling the church this is what a Christian looks like, and he names off the attributes and the characteristics of a Christian, and he goes, if you do this, you'll shine in the world. So it was just perfect how everything tied in together with shining and light with what I had envisioned for our class. And as I tried my best to create little disciples, people that could go out into the world and spread the gospel like we're called to do. And the Bible continuously says it doesn't matter how young you are. So I wanted to believe in my kiddos and believe in your kiddos because I love them so much. And so we've worked super hard. If you go into our classroom, you'll see lots of different resources that we've created together to help us remember these lessons that we've studied, and to kind of review them. We review them each week, and we kind of see, like, how is the Bible connected? Is it all connected again? How is this story similar to this story? And using those comprehension skills they use in school, even in Sunday school. With all that being said, I know that this virtual learning is stressful. I know that there's a lot going on. I know that there's, you're being a parent, you're being a mom, you're being a teacher, you are cleaning, you are trying to do your own work from home. Maybe you don't work from home, but you're a stay-at-home mom, and that's a job of itself. You have a lot going on, and just know that there's people praying for you, and there's a community of people praying for you. You're gonna do great, okay? You're gonna do awesome, and this is just a season. And just think of how blessed we are and how thankful we are to live in this time and be able to virtually communicate. And so although there's so much joy and such purpose in going to church and fellowship and congregating together, the building that we can't go to is not our church. It's not the church. What is the church is us. It's the people in the church, the body of believers. Now that is the church. And we need to show our kids, what does it look like to congregate regardless of the issues going around? What does it look like to still have faith in the Lord and continue to serve Him? What does that look like even if I'm social distancing? What does that look like even if I can't leave my house? So that's what the series is about, and forward we'll go with a new route maybe. But so yeah, I've decided Leanna's Little Lights is kind of like what we're gonna go for. I'm super excited about this. I want to help you support your child the best way that you can. If there is any way academically that I can support your child and you need help, let me know. I would love to help you. I love the experience. And the second thing is how on earth am I supposed to teach my kids about this pandemic? How am I supposed to continue to make sure that their spiritual walk with the Lord is where it needs to be? How am I supposed to foster that? And that's what I'm here for. I want to continue to make these videos for them. I want to make them as interactive as possible. Typically I'll say, pause the video, go get this. This is your challenge for the week. So it's going to be very limited screen time. I'm going to try to keep the lesson 30 minutes or shorter, even though that we meet for an hour. But a lot of it's going to be done off screen because I know they're having a lot of screen time right now, and we're going to learn about positive screen time, and everything that we do needs to glorify the Lord, and is our screen time glorifying the Lord? And I want to be able to present you guys with positive, uplifting screen time that glorifies the Lord, and we can fellowship and we can congregate together, even if it is virtually. So that's what we're here for, to support one another. And if you have any prayer requests at all, leave them in the comments, and I will be sure to pray for you. And the people in this community will pray for you. They'll see your comments, and we can interact together if you wish down there. Also, there's so many ways that you can help your child grow spiritually, and not just in this time. And this is crucial beyond measure because they're watching your every move. And one of the best ways to teach a child is to model to them. And whether you know it or not, you are a model girl. You model every move to your children, and they love you, and they're your #1 fan, and every single thing you do, they're gonna do. I promise, okay? I'm gonna challenge your child each week with several different challenges that are screen-free for the most part, or they're positive screen time, and they're gonna be challenges to be more like Christ. And your child is going to continue to practice what a Christian looks like. So, just like we learned in our very first lesson at the beginning of the year. And it's just amazing how this week's lesson, episode 1, that will be posted Sunday, maybe it's the same day as this video, how it all ties in. It's just amazing, and we've worked so hard. I wanted to create a platform for them to continue to grow. We have so much room to grow, and I need your help, basically. I see them for 30 minutes on my screen, and you see them all the time. So what are some things that we can do? And maybe support them in the activities that I have, maybe follow along. Anyone could help. I learn a lot from your kids. I learn more from your kids than they probably learned from me. And I'm sorry if that disappoints you, but they are amazing. And the Lord is residing in them, and the things that they say is awesome. And I do want to brag on your kids one more time before we go. But every single time that we do prayer requests, we also do praises, because we want to teach them how to pray correctly, and how we have all these prayer requests. And for the most part, they're answered. You know, please pray for my mom. She had the flu. Well, a week later, you don't have the flu. Your prayer was answered. And so we have to praise God for that, and that's just an example. And we praise God for other things too that we take for granted. And so we make sure to have a column of prayer requests and a column of praises, and I usually let a kid come up and use the whiteboard and write it down, and they love it. And we'll do our prayer requests, and the things they pray for are just so sweet and so kind, and the empathy that they show towards one another as they share their prayers is genuinely heart-touching. It's heart-touching, and I'm just so blessed and so grateful to be able to work with your kids, and to work with them even virtually now. And as we move forward, we'll come up with new and fun, engaging ways to interact with each other. But I said, okay, so does anyone have any praises? And I'm pretty sure almost every single student has said it at one point, but I didn't have to say it this time. I think it was like the first time I didn't have to say it. And I'm not going to say her name because this is on social media, and just for privacy purposes. She raised her hand. She goes, I am so blessed to be here. That is a praise that we're at church today. And it's like, whenever you teach and you hound something in, like, we're so blessed to have this freedom, regardless of what anyone says about anything at school, or what they say about our government or about our churches. We have the freedom of religion, and we can worship freely, and that is a blessing to be able to congregate together. What a blessing. And so when you hound that into your kids, I'm not sure if that's the right word, and they're teaching you that, like, they act like they just taught me, like, well, you know what, we're blessed to be here today, that's a praise. And I'm like, oh my goodness, I could not be more proud of you. So your kids have been taught that we are blessed to be able to go to church, and right now we're not at church. But we need to teach them that church is not that building, we're the church, and show them what it looks like to worship virtually, etc. So I think that my challenge for you this week is take advantage of your blessings, like the blessing before you eat. And I know all of us are hungry, and I know that you have been cooking this meal. The last thing you want to do is do this long, drawn-out prayer, because of course we want to thank God for what we have, because He's the reason we have what we have. and God is great, God is good, thank you for this food, amen. But take advantage of your blessings that you do with your kids. That is one of the only times most Christian families, or most families in general, ever pray together, all together at once. Take advantage of it. You know, make sure you save for breakfast, make sure you save for lunch, make sure you save for dinner, and truly savor in that moment. You know, maybe start cooking dinner a tad bit earlier so no one's totally hungry, or for you to snack a little bit before so no one's totally hungry. But take advantage of that time, and it's a special time. And so that's my challenge to you parents, is to take advantage of the time that you have with your children. And the same thing that I would teach them is to count your blessings during this pandemic and this issue rather than your problems, because I promise you the list will be much longer. So anyways, I just wanted to kind of give you a heads up for kind of what's going on and my intentions with this, and how I need your support in this. And you can share this video with anyone. They don't have to just be a church member. Any child that you know that needs to be uplifted, any parent that you know would appreciate this, please share it with them. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks for hearing me out. If you have any questions, please let me know. I think most of you have my number or my contact information. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with someone that you know, someone that you love, someone that could be uplifted today, someone who could use their screen time in a positive way. Just make sure that you share it and comment down below different ways that I can support you. If your child needs a Bible, please leave your email address down below and I'll connect with you, and we'll make sure that your child has a Bible. If you need a Bible, same thing. Thanks so much for watching, and stay tuned for episode number 1 of Leanna's Little Life.